I've never heard yet of one man saving a Navy ship. And the captain, and they all know that I saved that ship. If I hadn't put those fires out that day, that ship would have sunk. There's so many men who did heroic things during World War II, and they didn't get any kind of recognition. But now they're recognized, some of them. But so many of those people are gone now. Well, I knew it was going to happen because as they began to get the story going and talk to these other officers and so forth, they would send me letters and let me know what they were doing.
And the story and the videotape was brought to me, and when I saw it, we rolled our sleeves up in our office to make sure that we would do everything that we could humanly, what was humanly possible to do to honor Carl Clark.
So that's how I knew that they were trying. And it took about 2 years before they finally convinced the people there in Washington, D.C.
Navy arriving.
They didn't put any of this in my Navy records. See, the only proof that I had that any of this thing ever happened is by me telling the story, and then they had to contact. I was lucky enough to have 2 officers that were on the ship, and they substantiated what I said. And as I say, I could feel the warmth of that whole crowd and everybody. And they didn't have to be there. They came there because of me. And I could never get over the fact that they came there because of me. They were giving me their love. And I could feel it.
And I'm honored to be here with all of you today as part of this long overdue recognition. Congresswoman Eshoo,
I felt very proud. I felt very proud that he would come all the way out here, and he would go to all of that trouble to give me that award. Mostly I was thinking about all those guys that I had known have gone down on those ships and all that kind of stuff, and I hadn't got anything. And I was so overwhelmed by all the warmth that was coming out of that crowd toward me. And I was almost overwhelmed. When I stood up, I was wondering if I could stand up and do what I did. The circumstances the way it was, that's probably the highest that he could go. So the Secretary of the Navy, I felt very genuine about him and about what he did. Well, it showed me that the Navy had changed. That's one thing.
Navy departing.
And they were almost backed into the corner by the testimony from Lieutenant Dvorakis. He's the one that says, go give Carl what he deserves.
Member, United States Congress, departing.
And I certainly believe that he was really sincere, and what they did was sincere, but that's probably as high as he could go. See, because there was nothing in my record about what I did. I knew all that bigotry was there, and I knew that a lot of those officers didn't like me, but I knew that there were lots of them on there that did like me, and a lot of those people were helping me advance. See, and those ones that didn't like me, I really didn't care.
It doesn't matter how long it's been, that it's important that we recognize that service and that we honor those that.
We have a destroyer in the Navy that's named after a mess lieutenant. The USS Pinckney is named after a mess lieutenant that was a mess lieutenant just like me, and I know him. I doubt if they can fix anything about World War II, but they seem to be making some changes, progress. I lost faith in the Navy, really. I still didn't have much faith in the Navy because I'd seen so many things that were so negative all the time that I was in there. And so I didn't think it would happen. You don't let that bigotry, jealousy, hate, and all those things, they're too heavy to carry. So disregard them.